after the Paris and upset in 1500 meters, you were missing something. You think that with this amazing world record now, you fill this gap?
No.
And we have a question from our online journalist as well. Your 3000 world record was brilliant, Jakob. And what was the toughest part of the race?
The toughest part is definitely the kind of keep working in the middle of the race, because coming from the 1500 meter, the pace feels kind of easy the first couple of laps. But when you reach 3-4 laps, you have to start working, because you haven't really, you're not halfway. So it's a long way to go. And from there you need to find a good rhythm and start working on your breathing. Try to run as easy as possible. And it's a lot of hard work to the finish line. So I had to wrap up the pace a little bit last 800 to be able to challenge the world record. And I ran past the light at some point, so I never knew where I was exactly. So of course, last lap I feared that I was going to struggle and the light was going to catch up to me. Crossing the finish line and seeing my time, it's a big feeling of relief, and very happy to be able to perform at that level.
Your finish over the last lap was so fast. How did you encourage yourself to do so?
I think the crowd helps a lot, and of course I have a great team that's making sure that I'm well prepared. So of course I feel like I have a lot of good people that I expect me to perform. So I feel a lot of pride and expectations to make the most out of it, because there's no guarantee that I can do this more than more chances. So I'm gonna grab the opportunities that I'm given. I feel like it's my obligation to do my best. So I fight as hard as I can all the way to the finish line, and of course it's a great feeling when I'm able to run fast, but it makes all the hard work rewarding.
During press conference you mentioned, rather joking around, that to get this golden ring, you need to break the world record, yes, about 2 seconds.
Of course I was here to break the world record. I at least gonna try. I knew that I was able to run definitely faster than I did in Eugene last year when I did my PB. But as I mentioned, it's very difficult to tell, because I never really see it in training. I just try to do as little specific work as I need, and I believe more of the strength work and kind of keeping it being able to do so for a long period of time. So when I get the chance like today, I really see it as a big test to see what I can do, because I don't know. So that's why I look forward to all of my competitions, and I'm going to do my very best, because I can finally see where I'm at and how I can perform.
Usually athletes train for the Olympics, and this is their peak, but the post-season is, in your case, very impressive. What we can expect from you in the final in Brussels?
Of course I'm going to try to do my best, but of course it's still important to keep the work going and do all the things that is needed in between. But for me it's I try to have my biggest peak into the biggest championship, which is obviously the main goal of the season. But I tend to do a lot of good work going into that championship, and I can kind of bring that with me for the next 3 or 4 weeks after the championship, because then it's kind of just making the most out of it, and it's because I do so much work before the big championship. So it's like it's a fear of not doing enough going into the big championships, but then after you see, okay, I actually have a very good fundamental, and I can take advantage of that now.